Forming a shadow far afield. We're floating, just carry balance. We're floating, sensing a feeling of love through every wing. Delighted to fly on and look what our future brings. Let us see if our ways will cross once again when we have lost each other. Yeah, then we will see if you come and fly with me. 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 Forward, slowly feeling the weight of gravity. Innocence, falling to their destiny. We keep on with this goal in our minds. Let's fly on, we'll meet at the edge of paradise. Let us see if our ways will cross once again when we have lost each other. Yeah, then we will see if you come and fly with me. 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 If you come and fly with me, flying along where we started, part of me will not regret. I won't forget. Stay strong, we're not departed. Endlessly, you will be free. If you come and fly with me.
What? What? What is up, guys? This is Alex with Versa Figures. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of What the F4F, an all-new chat show with yours truly. It's the 3rd of May, 2021. It's been a really long time since I last did a live stream, so please go easy. All I can say is that I'm feeling good, but more importantly, it's amazing to be back. How are you guys doing? I hope you are well and staying safe. You know, these are some crazy times. You know, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
And there's so much to catch up on, and I can't wait to let you know what's going on here, what's been happening over here. Let me know in the comments if you're an OG viewer from the old Friday Q&As, maybe the Let's Play Search Sekiro. I can already see some old friends in the chat. Welcome back, it's so good to see you guys again. And I can see some new people as well. I look forward to getting to know you. Welcome everyone. I need this music to give me a bit of energy here. You can see already, it's already 12 a.m. 12:06 a.m. I need to get energy from the music. I need the energy from the chat. Let me know what you would have been doing if you weren't hanging here with me today. You know, it's been over a year since I last did one of these. And what were you doing last week at this exact time? How about, not last week, but last month? Last year, it's been a while. Also, let me know in the comments, where are you? What time is it where you are? I like to know the geographical spread. Let's chill, guys. Sup, Sam? Mowing the lawn, says Beesba. What's up, Noel? How you doing, mate? Lycia says 2 p.m. USA, 11 a.m. for you. The Legit Chris, 12 in New York. Is it 3 p.m. Legit Chris? Let me know in the comments. Sam is saying May the 2nd. Florida, man, look at this. The spread. Kelly Cruz in the house. It's been a long time. Mona! Norway, 6 p.m. Look at this. France. We got France at 6. Got a Denise Keep in the house. Oh, Philip, how's it going, mate? You know, bought some stuff recently, Philip. I've been watching what you've been doing, mate. What you've been saying. I hope, you know, some of this community feeling can bring you back. Hopefully you enjoy yourself. What's up, Colin? Hey, we got Junior Guzman in the house. Patrick, over in Germany. Old faces, I love it. Brandon, over in Seattle. Sam has been playing Monster Hunter Rise. I like it. VV in the house. Loving the Kirby's. I appreciate all your comments on that as well. It's 6 p.m. for him. 9 a.m. for Brandon. Sweden. Man, look at this. Joe, how you doing? Joe, still 5 p.m. in the UK. I hope you had a good Sunday already and you're just chilling just before dinner. Magali's watching me. I appreciate that. Noon for the Benningtons. How you doing? Nintendo King Nintendo fanboy. Hey man, how's it going? Roma, 6 p.m. Hey Nick, I've just been here. I've been around waiting for the return. Hey Bull, you're in Facebook jail. What would have been what's your Facebook name? David Ramirez. 11 a.m. playing Control. You're talking about the one where you're the woman and you like take over things and in the red stuff. That's an amazing game if that's the one I'm thinking of. Legit, Chris. You should absolutely change it to 3 p.m. Otherwise, how was I supposed to know these things? Oh, Adam Foley, how you doing? Why are you in Facebook jail? What did you say? You got zucked, did you? Andreas, 6 p.m. I know you've got that Ami on your profile. You've had it for a few years now. Zoe, COD, Zombies. Alicia, been playing Pokemon Snap. Let me know. How's that been going? I've been hearing some great things about that. Ali's playing Control as well. When's Blue Eyes being released? I just saw the factory giving me their counter samples and it's looking good. Justina! You still hanging out in the Mazdas? Let me know, which F4F did you get after 3 years? Wow. David, The Rock and Alex back at it again on the same day. I like it. What's up, Callum? Grinding COD. COD Zombies. No sneaks tonight. It's not about that. This is a chat show. Just want to hang out with the community. It's been too long. Far too long. And it's time to bring it all back. Leandro over from the Netherlands. Big shout out. Hey, listen. Tell me. Is the audio okay? Is the quality of the stream okay? I'm going to go through what we got going on here and I'll explain what's that all about. But first, just make sure that the audio is okay. I'm going to turn down the volume. Just want to make sure that you can hear me okay. Hey, Justina's still at Mazda. Nice one. Ah, you got the TFM DE. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I remember the pictures in the club. I didn't realize that was your first one. Wow, what a journey. Smart Cody likes the stream. Cody knows what's up. If you like the stream, you're going to see your name on there as well. Junior is freezing. No freezing. Everything is good. Nice. And that's one of the things. Why am I back here? Why am I not in the office? And one of the reasons why I could do this is because I am no longer having to go to the office like I did for Let's Play Sekiro. Because in the office I have a 1G connection. And where I am here, I used to only have like an AM and you can just forget about it. So it used to be really difficult for me to do Friday Q&As with Chalks because it was always in the office and it would be like 1 or 2 AM by the time we finished and got home. It was like 2 or 3. And Let's Sekiro was even worse. But now I've got 1G in the house right now. So welcome to my house. Jesse Bauer knows what's up. Welcome to the stream, but let me just say, so welcome to my house. This is the first time that I could do a stream from here because I got 1G here. After like, I don't know, 8 years of being in this place, we've got 1G straight to the top. Loving it. So that was, what I did then, and it was now allowed for me to be here, turn all the stuff and take it all down and back at work the next day. Otherwise, it would have been too difficult. Yeah, Nana say, where's the backdrop? Well, Nana say, that's a great question. And all of this stuff, I've set it up. I've done a pretty decent job, I think, on the actual stream in terms of setting up all of this sort of, the actual overlay and stuff. In terms of physically getting stuff in the background, I'm going to think about that if this is something that is a regular thing. If you guys enjoyed this stream, if you guys want me to come back, all that sort of stuff, then I will absolutely look at improving stuff a bit more, shall I say. Let me just check this view again. Refresh that. So we can get that to work. Yeah, so if you guys enjoy it, then, I think about working my backdrop. In the meantime, if I just do it once and then it's not popular, then I won't bother investing in getting the backdrop. Show us the cat. Papa Davis is sleeping over there right now. Get some Ikes and I've got two F4Fs here. Alright, obviously you guys can see what they are. We've got some eyes looking at you over here. Thanks for sharing that. And we've got, I wonder why the, Stream. Let me see. I'm just trying to see why the view account on Facebook isn't correct. How's this music? It's the stream elements, isn't it? Sorry, I'm just trying to see why the... How many people are actually on Facebook? Let me put 122. Why is that not coming up? I need to see if I can get that up. Excuse me while I tinker over here. View account. Bring that up here, maybe. Move that across. Move that across. Increase that a little bit. But... not coming up correctly. How lame. I don't know why that is. Anyways, let's carry on. Right, so what I want you to do is a couple of things. First of all, we have the title, What the F4F, okay? Chat show, what's going on? We're just chilling, everyone. It is Season 1, Episode 1. It is May the 3rd for me. I'm coming from the future. We still have Corona, sorry. 12:16 in the morning, so 3rd of May for me. And it's a chill time right now, and we'll talk about this in a minute. Hold on. Chocks, I'm cracking this one open for you, mate. Wherever you are, you're here with me in spirit. You know I love you, bro. Long live King Chockles. Hey Wesley, how you doing? Cheers, guys. The restream thing is, that's really annoying why that isn't coming up for the view count on Facebook, but never mind. Is it correct on YouTube? Let me see. YouTube has 84, so that's about correct, and I'm sure Twitch is probably correct. So the problem is, yeah, that's about correct. So it's Facebook for some reason. Je ne sais pas. Let me see if I refresh that. Technical issues. Refresh that. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Right, so let us talk about, let's rewind quickly. Chocol's first appearance was Artorias statue. You know, Chocol's first appearance was... Yes, it was. I think it was his first appearance then, yeah. And... Yo, Jeff, how you doing? Jeff will be fast asleep. He's never been in this... I know, right? How you doing, Jeff? It's been a while. Long live King Chocks. Okay, so, what else? View counts, chat, First Figures logo. Like, shout outs to myself. Welcome everyone, let's chill. Now this is the most important thing. I said that there will be points. But you have to earn the points. And the way we earn the points is there needs to be at least 50s of viewers. So what does that mean? If there is 50 people on Twitch, something will happen to allow you to earn points. If there is 50 on YouTube, that will give you an option to get points. Same thing for Facebook. Now, Facebook currently isn't great, it's about 110, however. Also, what's really important is this. Have a look at this. This is something that gives me a notification that every 10 people that like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, it notifies me. And when that happens, hey, Derek, I've just seen you for the first time. How come you're not asking me the question? And keep an eye on this, right? Keep an eye on this, because it will give me a notification that will say plus 10. Sometimes it says minus 10. Boo! But if it says plus 10, that's also going to be a trigger for something that is going to allow for you guys to win some points. And at the end of the stream, once we've gone through everything, there will be a 4-minute Ricky or Simon, he knows. There will be a Kimberly likes the stream, appreciate it. So there will be a Cruz, there will be a ability, you got to redeem it on this stream. I'm not doing it afterwards, it's on the stream, 4 minute on the stream. Now how much will that be? Well, it's completely luck of the draw. And what do I mean by that? Ali, don't do that, that's cheating. He says, can I watch it on Twitch, PlayStation, and Twitch on my tablet? So what the situation is right now, I see there is over 100 on YouTube, sorry, on Facebook. So we've got 2 credits, right, for YouTube, sorry, Facebook, excuse me, no credits for Twitch, and 1 credit for YouTube, right? That's 3 things, and there's been no movement over here. But if you see that, let me know, okay? Let me know if you see it. Oh, you did, Derek. That's good to hear. Hey, Victor, how you doing? Thanks for welcoming me back. Yeah, I know it's good to be back. So, keep an eye on this. If this goes up, again, it's another trigger. Now, what am I talking about? I've worked really hard on this, right? Okay. Let's use the 3 credits. The 2 from Facebook and 1 from YouTube. Here we go. You ready for this? All right, check this out. Check that out. Oh, I don't know why the Twitch shouldn't the comment shouldn't be there. Right. Here we go. We have this spin the wheel section, and this is where you can earn points. Okay, I love it. I absolutely love it. I spent ages getting this just right. And there are a ton of different options where you can win points, but also, right now you're on a big fat 0. You got no points. 0 points. And you also have, in the spin the wheel, the ability to win points, but also lose points and deny you. Now, there is a grand prize of 1,000 reward points. 1,000 reward points, okay? There's also a point where you can lose your reward points, okay? The boo-boo one is you will get your points halved. Whatever the points are, they will be halved. So I look forward to seeing how this goes. Remember, we have 3 credits. Oh, I'm not sure if that might have done something, I'm not sure, but you guys couldn't see it because the camera's not on it. So, in any case, shall we spin the wheel for the first time? And I hope for the first time, you guys win a grand prize. Kind of. I hope I want you guys to do that. Monya, it's confusing, don't worry. It will make a lot of sense in a moment. Here we go. Let's spin the wheel for the first time. Spin, 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 spin. Oh, here we go. Spin that wheel. Spin, spin. Oh. No grand prize, no grand prize, no grand prize. No grand prize, no grand prize. Come on, don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Stick your tongue out and spin again. Right, let's do it. Just teasing you, showing you the way it worked. Come on, 1,000. I don't think, Jefferson, you ain't getting no 1,000. You ain't getting it. No chance. Hey, look at you. Look at that. 30 bonus points. I like it. So, if I actually do this, and I go like this. 30. There you go. 30 points you got in the bag. Right, you got 2 more credits. Let's do this then. Let's do it again. Here we go. I have no idea why that chat is over there. I need to look at that next time. When I was testing it, I had no mates and no one was chatting with me. we go. God, you guys are doing it so easy here. Jeez. Another 30 points. God. My gosh. Right. In my head, I can figure out what 30 plus 30 is. Alright. Let's do the... one more time. This is your third time. Here we go. Big money! Big money! I want you to get the 1,000 points, and then I want you to get the boo-boo points afterwards. Yeah! Oh, booyaka! In your face! Denied! 50 points! In your face! Oh dear, sorry about that. Alrighty! So now you know what's up. You guys have 50 points at this moment to redeem at the end of the stream, but if this goes up, and every now and then it does, so just keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. Then that, you have another chance to do that. And likewise, if we have any movements on YouTube or whatever, I think that's the closest one to being able to get. Oh, Twitch has gone up to 42. A 98 on YouTube. I wonder if it's why that's not being. Why not that's being done? If you best believe I'm the villain, I'm the boss. Right. Let's talk. Right, we've had a little chat. Now it's time to do a couple of things. We have three things that we do every single stream, which is now going to be, we had a nice little chill time. Now I'm going to give you a monthly recap, launches, production, and shipments. Okay, just a general chat. How's it going? Okay. Right. So, the legit Chris, appreciate it, mate. Thanks for the sub. Okay. The month of April has now gone past. Hammond. Appreciate it. Okay, so what did we do for pre-order? So we did for pre-order at the beginning. Now, this is just off the top of my head. I haven't prepared this. So we launched... Did we do Oki at the end of last month or this month? I think we did... Was it just... Do we do Oki or do we only do Rivali and then Kirby? Has it just been Rivali and Kirby this month? Let me know in the comments. Was it just Rivali and then Kirby? This month, what did I do? Oki was okay. March was Oki. Okay, so it was I guess it was Rivali and Kirby. All right, sweet. Okay, so those were the launches. And listen, when it comes to the launches, I'll talk about that a little bit later on. And the Ami color variants. So the Ami color variants, they were part of the they were just part of the Oki launch. So Rivali first, and then okay, so cool. So that's what we did last month. This month, well, the month of April. And production. Okay, so production, what's in production? We are... Production, what have I seen on the table? We saw what have I had on the table? So we saw War, the Sonic and Tails, and I saw Skull Knight on the table as well. That, and Kate. It's like when it's on the table, it's going through the motions. And we also did some filming of Mimic, which we've obviously filmed and now released. We did that yesterday. And I think the next one's being done is Kate, so that means she's right at the time of going out for shipment. And I'm trying to think what else. Just think that's pretty much it in terms of the unboxing videos. I think there's some stuff that's awaiting for its own unboxings. And then I think about the challenges Crystal Dragon is still really challenging. The latest estimate I had is the summer, so should be July, I would say. That's still really, really difficult. And also the Aku, like I'm going to talk a little bit about the challenges I've been dealing with, or what I'm trying to deal with, focusing more on the company. And I think the mini Crystal, I think the Aku, the mini Aku is quite a good example of what some of the challenges I've been trying to deal with and how it's really difficult. Or Dracula is pretty much done. I just actually got that in. Production is almost done, so that should be going. That's on the tail end. Like, so that's almost done. Ami is another one. So So I'll come back to that. I'll talk about these sort of things are really annoying, that we get these production meetings I have once a week, and then every single time it gets pushed back, and it's just really frustrating as hell. And I'll talk about that. I've got another topic to talk about for that. Okay, the next thing to talk about is what did we do shipment-wise. Okay, so I have some shipments from the factory and to customers. Okay, so from the factory, I can go to customers first, because what happened into customers means they've already gone through the shipment process and now they've gone out to the customers. So the total number of things that we shipped out was 687, according to what Sunny's given me. Majority of those, got a few here, a few there, stock here, stock there, etc., etc. The biggest ones, sort of over 30, I've got here, Link exclusive, Link Master Edition, Majora's Mask, and definitive version of True Form Minna was 310 of those, 145 of the Majora's Mask, PVCs, etc., etc. And the rest were, 30 here, 40 there, something like that. So total was 687 pieces was sent out this month from our warehouses. I haven't got a breakdown of what country, but I think that's probably not needed. And from the factory, but not just the factory, just from, because we also have warehouses in China where, let's say somebody orders something in stock and it's in stock in China, it goes on the boat and then it goes throughout all of that sort of stuff. So in terms of that, what do I have over here? So we have a total of 2,017 pieces was put on a boat from China to warehouses worldwide. Oh, there you go. That's a credit. Pay attention, guys. Because if I don't see it, you gotta let me know. Okay? You gotta let me know. That's one credit. Don't let me forget. One credit. Thanks 3PM for gifting those subs. I don't actually know what that means. I don't know what that means. Twitch is something that I don't really understand just yet, in terms of. I'll come back to that as well, because I've got some comments to make on that, because I've done some research on preparing for this stream. Okay, so 2,017 pieces being sent on the boat. What have we got here? Majora's Mask is the majority of those, are at 400. We got 150 Mario DEs, some exclusives, 40 something exclusives, and we got some spikes, some Sonic the Hedgehog combo. Sorry, I'm talking about the Boom 8 series. 215 Ami Collector's Editions. Is that right? Ami Collector's Edition, yeah. Kusanagi Collector's Edition. What is this? 167 Meta Ridley exclusives. Some 40 Kates have gone out. What else is over here? Some Ornstein SDs and some combo packs. Something like that. And what is this? Some Bowser regulars have gone out. Like 92 of those, and yeah, essentially that's the shipments. Is this kind of information something that you're interested in? Let me know in the comments. It was just a thought. Maybe this is something, it's about the transparency, it's about hanging out with the community, about answering questions, and maybe you wanted to know a little bit more about the inner workings of the company, and that's what this is all about. So, interesting? Not? Let me know about this section, because it's something that if I'm to do these streams, it's something that I would do every month, or sorry, every time I do these streams, I would give this kind of information if you guys find that interesting. Let me know in the comments. Hey Christopher, no stream, nothing being announced at the end of the stream. I haven't prepared for any of that. I wanted to see what the reaction was. People were coming into these streams if they were interested. Before I start thinking about upping up the production values, I wanted to just do this test one first. As I said already, it's annoying that the viewer count isn't correct. I wonder why that is. It started off okay and then it stopped. Oh man, we hit 50 on Twitch. All right, so that's 2 credits you guys have got. 2 credits. 2 credits. One was for the Instagram over here, and then another one for Thingy Bomb for Twitch. That off. Okay. Mr. Shake says, or Ms. Shake says that they're interested in those kind of updates. Absolutely. I'm here. Nuts and bugs testing. Yeah. Okay. Swapped out. I like this information. Okay. Did I miss anything on Mimic? Yeah, Chris. There was a unboxing recently. You should go check that out. Hey, Lisa. Thanks for joining, anyways, and say hi to your daughter for me. Victor likes to hear it from me. That's cool. Wayne likes the transparency. Okay, that's cool. Did YouTube hit 100? Come on, guys. Guys, don't do this to me. That would mean you have 3 credits. I enjoy the updates. I hate cool. Is the an update on Shiranui PVC? So I think I will have a conversation about that. I'm not gonna just randomly go through because I would just take forever just answering random stuff like that. I will look to have a little quick Q&A at the very end or something. We'll figure out what that's up. Hey Chris, how you doing? I hope was ist los? Everything is okay for you in Germany, and I'm not sure what the COVID situation is, so I hope you're staying safe. Any updates is welcome. Cool. Facebook is at 106. Facebook is okay. I've already done the Facebook because I know Facebook went over 100. So there should be 3 credits. One is because of Twitch. One is because YouTube went over, and this one went over. Hey Riz, I appreciate you ordering Rivali. Much appreciated. Okay, Sam likes the updates as well. Okay, so as I said, questions on certain things, I'll have that for later on. Next, we're going to talk about what is this one? What the F4F is launching next. Okay, so this is a great time to talk about some of the differences that's been happening from some of the differences that has been since I last saw you guys about a year ago, year and a half or so. It's what you'll notice this year is a whole difference between the speed of launches compared to the last 2 years. So in 2019, we launched, I think it was 13 or it was 14. It's either 13 or 14. I think it was 13. All I know is that the next year, 2020, it was 1 less. So in this case, 12, assuming that we did 13 in 19. And that was pretty frustrating for me because the company itself was significantly bigger. When I say bigger, I'm talking about commitment-wise to staff. So in terms of the overheads, there's much more pressure on us because we had a bigger team in 2020 than we did in 2019, and as a result, there's more pressure just inherently, just by that. These are some of the challenges. I want to bring it back so you can peel back, just so you can understand the challenges that we have to face, so that you can understand about why I do things the way that I do them. And COVID happened and is happening, but it was such a lot of question marks for us. It was really challenging because we had no idea whether or not it was going to lead to a lot of people cancelling their orders. Was it going to be that, we had money, but how long is that money supposed to last for? Is it supposed to last for 1 month, 2 months, 5 months, 1 year? Who knows? And I think at the very beginning in March, it was the time we just launched Skull Night, and we basically said, you know what? No more launches. Let's just see what's going on, because March is when it started getting really difficult worldwide, particularly in the US as well. It started becoming, okay, this is real. This is not just, because as you remember, it was a very local thing to China and Hong Kong and sort of Asia originally. And as it started spreading out everywhere, it became clear that we really needed to just be very careful about what we were doing. So I actively said, you know what? No launches, 0 launches. And what we did instead was, you would have seen from the period of March to June, I can remember very clearly, the end of June is when we launched Majora's Mask, right? Before that, I said, you know what, no launches. We need to see, we need to assess, how is this affecting everybody? And what we then did was a lot of sneak peeks. And we did sneak peeks in 3D form, physical form, a lot of different sneak peeks just to keep the comments going, the engagement, because it's very difficult when you have a club that's hungry for information when you don't really have anything to say, or you're not launching anything, and that really makes it challenging for us. So that's why I had to consider, you know what, let's focus on doing some sneak peeks, just because I know actively we are not going to launch anything. So that is why what you're seeing now, we're talking about what the F4F is launching next. Okay, so what is launching next is, the fact is, I'm aiming to launch 29 products this year. 29 from 12 last year. And I've done that because we've heavily invested in the resources at the 3D stage, into the marketing stage, into the production stage, and to the after bit. And that's why the company has gone from 3 people back in essentially 2015 essentially, with 3 people. Now we're over 70. And that's because as we go through all the different stages, we have to have that resources in place in order to hit 29 this year. And do it responsibly, and do it in a way that is manageable. And that is one of the hardest things to coordinate that I've ever had to do, and still doing, and still tweaking the formula, because it's like when you start the process, it takes like a year, sometimes longer, to sculpt something. And you have to have enough people sculpting a year beforehand in order to, by the time it comes through to the development stage, at the physical stage, we have enough people at the physical stage to handle the number of things that are being sculpted in 3D. So, assuming that the physical stage can be handled at the prototype stage, then you have to consider the marketing stage. Do we have enough? That's why we have, before it used to be Ting doing the video. Now we have 2 teams, and they both handle different launches simultaneously, allowing them to do 1 launch every 3 weeks, allowing for 2 launches every 3 weeks when you put them both together. And this is really an example of having to have at different stages. When you start investing heavily at the very, very first stage, which is actually in concept stage, we hired people. Concept artists usually only have 1 concept artist, now we have 3. And I don't know, we have like 10 plus 3D guys and, senior artists and all this sort of stuff. As it goes through, it's always really challenging to make sure that you don't over put resources at the wrong time, where, let's say, we hire too many people at the video team when we don't have enough stuff from the physical team because they didn't have enough resources to get it through. That is one of the hardest things to do, and it's planning that. Well, that is really, really difficult. And that's what I've been concentrating on when I haven't been doing these streams or hanging out in the club as much. It's really trying to focus on thinking about, what are we planning to do? How are we going to get from doing 12 launches 1 year to 29 in a reasonable manner that is safely done and all that sort of stuff. So this is really what I've been focusing on a lot. Anyways, what is launching next? I can say next month. I'm not sure if I should just tell you what's coming up, or tell me in the comments. Should I just tell you what's coming up, or at least what's planning to come up? Or should I not? And you're like, oh, it's nice as a surprise. Because what we usually do is we usually, on a Tuesday, announce something. I can tell you for surezies, we're launching something for premiere on Tuesday. For surezies. So you can look forward to that. We internally have the plans for 3 launches this month. But sometimes it can And oh, there you go, 18. That's 4 spins I gotta do. What, everyone's saying no surprise? What? Everyone's just telling us. Only tell if it's definitely coming. Well, okay. Why don't you make an app? What does the app mean? What does it do? Launch day, you need to prep money. You know, that's right. I used to have a Trello board where I was prepping, where I was telling you guys what was coming up, right? I used to do that. So we're saying, tell us. Well, I can tell you that the plan at this moment is 1 resin and 2 PVCs. And we're going to talk all a bit about the PVCs versus resins. I've got a whole topic about that, so I'm not going to jump into that just yet. But right now we're planning 1 resin and 2 PVCs for this month. However, let me just say, maybe this is a hint, but Golden Week is happening right now, and that leaves some things up in the air. And see, this is the thing. You know, I've learnt my lesson over and over again, many times over, that I'm not trying to tell you things and not commenting on things that isn't at least really far down the line. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's talk about the difficulty we had after New York Comic Con. New York Comic Con, for those who don't know, went in 2019 and literally had, I think, at least 10 products that were new, maybe even more, as a massive showcase for everybody. And it was the biggest mistake to do that. It was amazing for that one day and everyone to see it and the anticipation for that. Oh! Man, is that 5? Like, don't let me forget this. We've got the Twitch, we've got the YouTube, and I think 3 times for this. Can you confirm? Can we... Nana, say, you were the keeper before of something. You were the keeper of something, I think you were. Can you guys keep me informed what the numbers are? It's 5, is it? Alright. 3 p.m. Alright, Bud, we've got... Alright, thank you. You guys keep me honest, alright? And keep yourselves honest as well. Joe saying 4. Is it 3? Is it 5 or 4? I think it's 5, but... And right now it's 50 points. It's... Chris, don't even pretend it's not 8. I know that. Alicia, I already did the spin for Facebook's going over 100. So I did that one already. So that one doesn't happen again. So we got 5. Right, okay. So, what was I even talking about? I was talking about... Okay, so obviously you guys know about the infamous booklet with inside of it had some silhouettes. Well, I'm not talking about any of that. And I'm not going to announce any of that sort of stuff until we have it. I'm not going to allude to anything. I'm not going to say anything about it whatsoever. Zero. Because as I said to you, we announced that, and it's very similar to the problem that I learned at New York Comic Con, whereas I showed everybody everything. 10, 15 items. And as I just told you before, we launch about, 10 to 15 items a year. And essentially what we did was, I showed everything for the entire year, meaning that the year afterwards in the club, it was like, oh, okay, well, there's nothing surprising, there's nothing new, nothing interesting coming, no surprises. And it was really something that I regret doing. Going back even further, even bigger regret is of course showing about that booklet, because again, here we are, and I shouldn't be showing you guys that, because there's this kind of anger when I don't talk about it or anything sort of stuff, which I think is really an example of why I'm really not going to be talking about this, because it's quite frankly, I think ultimately if we just deliver it when it's ready, then that's what we should have done, and I would never do it again. You've never seen upcoming stuffs again. Well, I don't think so. The team, they will never do that again because there's no need to, and I've learned from that mistake. Now, what does that mean? Okay, well, why don't you think about it? You think about this. Did you have any idea to know that Majora's Mask PVC was coming? Guys? That's 6, isn't it? Bloody hell, I need to get through these spins. So, again, we don't have anything to show about Bayonetta, Morrigan, all that sort of stuff. Ivy, all the, and that's the point. The whole idea of having to show sneaks was something to generate hype and all that sort of stuff. But the problem was, is that the time from the initial one to actually having something is really long. And you've seen me do maybe that Blue Eyes White Dragon video where I went through a development diary to explain how long things took. And that's just a very standard thing here. If you saw, that was like 2-3 years I was doing that for. And you're just seeing this as an example. You're just seeing that yourself. And that's essentially where I'm coming from. I'm like, it doesn't make sense to show you the sneak peeks at this stage anymore. Because A, we don't need to anymore. Because we have so much stuff coming. There's no need to show sneak peeks anymore, to be honest with you. At least, certainly if we show sneak peeks, they should be further down the line. What it shouldn't be is license announcements. I've been sitting on some licenses, and if I announced it when I thought I was going to announce it, my God, I would be getting it even more because the development has been really challenging. And that's the example. That's the example of sitting on licenses and not announcing it because I've learnt my lesson. Don't show it. Don't say anything. Don't announce it until you are really close to having something. Otherwise, there will be blood. You guys are baying for my blood, and quite rightly, fair enough, and I agree. So, shame on me for doing it again if I ever do it, and I won't do it again. So, did you guys even know about anything about Majora's Mask? The answer is no, you didn't. Did you know anything at all about the Metroid life-size helmet? Nothing. You knew nothing about it. Did you know anything about Rivali? You knew nothing about it. And that's how it's going to be now, because I can't say stuff that ultimately it's taking too long because it's too obvious that, if I announce this, I announce it because I expect it to be, I announce it, let's say, at the 3D stage, expect it to be ready at this stage. And it doesn't get there and everyone goes mental, so gets angry about it, so I won't do that again. I don't need to. So, that is where I'm coming from when it comes to the, what's coming up, what's launching next. I can say that we have a fixed guaranteed launch happening on Tuesday. It is a resin, and I won't tell you exactly what it is, but let's just say, if you know an instrument that is similar to a guitar, and you know an instrument that is similar to a trumpet, you'll know what license I'm talking about. If you can also think about something that has red feathers somewhere, you're going to know what it is. So that is what's coming on Tuesday, so you know what that is, and that is looking really, really good. And that one actually has Chuckles in it, and Liz in the video. In the pre-recorded video, it has Chuckles and Liz. Now, as you know, Chuckles has left, my boy, 5 years, and cheers. But not only has Chuckles left, but also Liz left earlier in April as well. So you would have seen her launch for Rivali. That was filmed quite a long time ago, and it's just so you get an understanding. And Liz was fantastic as well. She was really good. Drishti's now joined. We have a new guy called Sunix who's going to be joining on Tuesday, and we have Monmon who's also just joined, and she's a host as well. So there's going to be new faces that you're going to see. But as I said, for the one that's coming up on Tuesday, is, the hint has been given. I'm sure you guys can figure it out if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, unfortunately Liz left as well. Bigger and better things, I'm sure. She was really good. She was a great part of the team. So it was a shame. So, so here we are. You'll see Liz's final premiere on Tuesday. That one also has chocks. There's one more with Chockles, with Drishti and Monmon. That's been filmed, but that will be Chockles' last appearance on one of those. At least, unless I can get that boy to come back, but at least for now, that's going to be his last appearance. Why? I mean, listen, this job is a... I hope that when people join, there is... Why do people ever leave? It's for a variety of different reasons. And actually, here's a funny thing. What you'll notice, I'm not sure if it's the one with Chockles with Liz or the one with Chockles and Drishti and Monmon, but if you pay attention, you will see this on Chockles' hand, right? Now, Chockles used to be married to the work. He's not anymore. He just got married, and for personal reasons, he wanted to spend more time with the other love of his life, and so he's actually a better man now. So, you know, obviously I wish him all the best. Again, that boy, I love him, and I hope he excels in everything that he does, and he knows, well, as I say, he only lives like 10 minutes down the road, so you best believe I'll come knocking on the door. Yeah, life, it's just life. So, remind me then, is it 5 or 6? Because I think I'm going to, before we go on to the next subject, I'm going to do the spins. We need wedding photos. Unfortunately, COVID meant I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, congrats to Chockles for sure. Surprise appearance, man. That would be nice, wouldn't it? 6 spins, Jai! Ronald, you're saying 7? Come on. All right, let's do it then. All right, here we go. Spin, 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 spin. The glory days of 60 are long gone, mate. Long gone. This is too easy in your face. Oh dear. Right. That's... How many left? 5 or 4? How many left? Was it 6 or 5? How many left to do? How many left? 5 left? No, it's 4. 5 more? Are we sure? Alright, okay, let's do it. Okay, so. Let's do it again. Oops. I pushed the wrong button, excuse me. I do need a deny thing. If we're back at it again, you best believe I'm gonna have more fun with this. Oops, I've got to do all of this one here. The order was wrong. Apologies. Still got 5 left. Let's see what it is now. Come on. No grand prize. Don't do the grand prize on me. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Ooh, check them guns out. Alright, let's do it again. I want to. Do you think that counts as a spin, or should just be a respin? Does that count as a spin or not? I think it shouldn't count as a spin, to be honest with you. There needs to be like a collusion on points or not. Oh dear. face. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Dearie me. If it's supposed again, it is in a spin. I agree. So it's not. So how many left now? So 4 left now after this one. Okay. Here we go. There we go. It's so rigged. He's saying it's rigged. I mean, obviously this is the first time I've done this, so we'll see how many points there is at the end. Normally on a Friday Q&A, it was 100 points, but second row streams, we're not going to talk about that because I've erased that from my mind because there was some crazy points. $60. 3 spins remaining, alright. Well done, guys, well done. You got the 30. Back up to the 60. Very nice, very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, let's do it again. 3 more to go. Spin, spin, spin. Oh, that's a grand prize right there! There's a green was in the grand prize! Did you see the green right above it is the grand prize? Minus 30! He giveth, he taketh away. Oh dear! How many? 2 more to go, yeah? The grand prize, Robert, is 1,000 points. 1,000 points. Alright. Here we go again. Oh! It's just gone up. You didn't see it, and I should do something about that. But the thing just went up for Instagram again, so I need to add that. No grand prize. This is 2 left, right? Don't do this to me. Come on. I've done so well. Taking you up to 60. I teased you, brought you down to 30. Don't do this to me. Oh. No. Going the wrong way. No. That's not right. It should no. Alright. We have 1 more for this one, but you have 1 credit, and we'll keep that credit for next time because you didn't see it and I saw it. I'm not gonna be cheeky about it. Here we go. Right, so we have 1 more for this session. That's right. You better believe. If this goes minus overall, I already told Phil he needs to go into all your accounts and remove every single points from all your accounts. You'll wake up on Monday morning and then minus from your accounts. But Alex, it's going to take me ages to do it. I don't care, Phil. 10 points away from everybody's account. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I feel like I'm going to have to give you pity points at the end of the stream. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Oh my God! You can't make this up! You cannot make this up! In your faces! Alright. You will accept pity points. Alright, so. We are... I'm sorry guys, this is too easy. Right, you're on 20 points, but you have 1 credit from last time. Keep an eye out on this, and we now are going to be talking of topic number 1, okay? 1 of 2. Hey, Gon, I know you think that there's a lot of minus points, that are actually more plus than minuses, trust me. It just happens to be the luck of the draw, I promise you. I should be able to show you what that looks like. Anybody can pause it at any given time on a replay and see that is. Okay, so, topic number one. So all the other previous ones, which was, chill, monthly recap, what's launching next, that's just a general thing. That's gonna happen every stream, assuming we keep doing these. This one is something specific to this actual show, and this is what the F4F. Now, this is what the F4F was that NFT thing all about. And in fact, before we talk about it, let's re-watch that video I dropped. And remember, it was on my birthday. Happy 40th birthday to me. I mean, I can't be too upset about it because that happened and it's led to this very moment. A month later to the day, and I'm here having fun, denying you with 20 points. Mate, I'm actually grateful for the NFTs to allow me to do that and just be all up in your face. Anyways, let's rewatch that video. It's about 3 minutes long. Once that's done, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about it again. And you're going to hear it from my side about what happened and how that all went down, okay? So I will see you after that's done. What is up, guys? This is Alex from First Figures. We find ourselves on the precipice of what could be a revolution in digital collectibles, and I am thrilled to announce today that First Figures is taking its very first steps into the world of NFTs by launching an auction for a one-of-a-kind First Figures NFT prototype coin. For those that are not familiar with them, NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, are unique digital assets that allow individuals to verify ownership of digital creations such as images, videos, photos, trading cards, audio files, and more. The information contained in an NFT allows the digital creation to be traced back to its original issuer and therefore verifying its authenticity. So, for example, just as countless people can own a copy of a priceless painting such as the Mona Lisa, only one person can actually own the original. And just like that, this prototype coin will be the first ever one that only one person can claim ownership. This is truly a unique chance to own a one-of-a-kind piece of First Figures history that no other fan will ever have. The First Figures NFT prototype coin auction is being held on the world's largest digital marketplace for crypto collectibles and NFTs. That's the OpenSea peer-to-peer marketplace. Bidding is now underway. Our interest in NFTs isn't limited to this one-time auction though. If we see that there is a lot of excitement and enthusiasm from our fans surrounding the auction of this one-of-a-kind prototype coin, the sky would be the limit for the future of F4F NFTs. We have a wide range of ideas for potential digital creations that we could offer in the future, including licensed art prints, concept artwork, 3D statues, and digital boxes. In addition to all that, seeing a huge amount of interest in this auction would unlock the possibility of free coins being minted for First Figures account holders at the gold level and above. These coins would of course be their own exclusive designs, different from the unique one-of-a-kind prototype coin. Recipients would only have to pay for the transfer of the coin to their digital wallets. First Figures would receive a 10% commission fee on future sales of these NFTs. We have many ideas for how there could be additional benefits tied to the ownership of First Figures NFTs beyond just owning a digital asset. We could hold weekly or monthly giveaways for NFT holders for F4F reward points, even statues, or even physical versions of the coin. And they could be created if there's enough interest from fans. If this expansion were to happen, it's even possible that we would look to create our own online marketplace for our fans to interact and sell their F4F NFTs. We're also aware of the concern regarding the environmental impact of NFTs and would definitely explore green NFTs, carbon offsets, and other methods of reducing environmental footprint if we were to go forward with the expanded collection of digital items. Once again, we at First Figures are absolutely thrilled to be here at the start of this possible new era of digital collecting, and we look forward to seeing if the fans in our community are as excited by this concept as we are. F4F is love, F4F is life, and be sure to check out the blog on our website for well, the community wasn't a fan of it. Oh, I'm excited to see if the community is excited about it as I am. And the answer is so let me just explain how that went down so you can see it from my point of view and the steps that went down from there and and what that means for the future. This is the whole point. It's the beauty of the name, what the F4F. And I hope you can now see the reason why it's called that. And so, let's recap. I didn't even know what an NFT was 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks before that video went up. Okay? No idea. And I think maybe it just sort of got into the market. It just got into the news. NBA was doing these highlights and NFTs this, NFTs that. And I was like, okay, NFTs, okay. What is it? Someone had actually mentioned it to me. He goes, hey, Alex, what do you think about NFTs? I'm like, what? NFTs? I'm like, huh? So I looked into it and I was like, okay, let me get my mind around this and what this is all about. And I thought, you know what? Why not? Let's see what this is all about. I don't actually, let's be clear. There are two types of things about the NFTs to consider. The first one, and this is where okay, let me just remind you guys what happened, and then I'll explain to you how we got there and what people were focusing on. Okay, so explain what an NFT is. Okay, an NFT is a non-fungible token. And what that means is like this, right? Let's say I give you £10 or a 10 in your currency, whatever it is, right? You can give me back 2 5s. If I give you a 10, you can give me back 2 5s. And the reason why you can do that is because these are fungible tokens of something, a representation. In this example, the currency is a representation of money. And if I give you 10 and you give me back 2 5s, I think, you know what, that's fine. You don't need to give me back the exact same note with the exact same serial number on that note. I'm happy to accept 2 5s back from you, 10 1s. That basically means we both put equal value on all of these things in the currency form, right? Clear? $10, I lend you $10, you give me back 2 5s, no problem, A-okay. Let's say, for example, I give you a ticket, an aeroplane ticket to go to to Bahamas, assuming you're not living in the Bahamas, right? You're based in Hong Kong, I give you a ticket to the Bahamas, off you go, and then you give me back a plane ticket to Macau, which is like 20 minutes away, just in case, probably not even that by plane. I'm like, that doesn't correlate. Me giving you a ticket to the Bahamas and you giving me back a 1-2 thing, that means it's non-fungible. And that essentially means that they are not replaceable. They are not the same. They are two different things. Even though they're both airline tickets, they are not the same thing. They don't have the same value to you and they don't have the same value to me. And therefore, they're non-fungible. Okay, so now that we've got that, what does that mean for something like this? Well, let's talk about the Mona Lisa. If you say that the Mona Lisa is made by Da Vinci, and if you care about the Da Vinci-ness of the person, i.e. how popular they are, they would do a copy of the Mona Lisa. Now, it's just a copy of it, meaning it's not the actual Mona Lisa, but it's a copy of it, but there's only, let's say Da Vinci goes, right, I'm only making one copy of this. You only own the rights to hold the copy of this one file, right? Kind of weird, right? You don't own the rights to the actual thing. You just have a picture of the receipt of it, right? Now, why it's actually important is because Da Vinci is super popular, the person who holds that receipt has the ability to then sell it to somebody else if they want to, or keep it for themselves, or collect it. It's up to them, right? You can either collect it or you can sell it. But there is a value to it because there's only one of them. And it's been issued by Da Vinci, and Da Vinci is popular enough that people value it because of who Da Vinci is. So if you think about Logan Paul, I think it was, right? He did something like this because he's Da Vinci enough. He did like some Pokemon cards that he was like the Pokemon trainer, and he got like 15 million for it because he did 3, each one was like 10,000, I don't know what it was. Anyways, he was Da Vinci enough for people to care about to care about it. If you think about it as well, Francis Ngannou from the UFC heavyweight champion, he did some NFTs. I don't know what it was, some training for, I don't even know what it was, right? But because he is Da Vinci enough, people cared about having that thing and collecting that thing. Okay, does that make sense? Now, the reason why the reason why you can say it's unique is because it lives on something called blockchain technology, and that basically means that if I copy a file to, let's say, Kanako, my wife's computer, right? The only people who know that I've copied a file from my computer to Kanako is Kanako herself, right? And I have given one file to her, and nobody else knows that apart from me and her, right? Okay. blockchain technology basically is essentially an online computer that everybody has access to. And what that means is that you can, if I give something to Kanako, and that's recorded on the blockchain, every single person that's on that mega system computer, so that's all these computers that are interconnected with each other, they will all know that I have given something to Kanako and that she now owns that one thing, and that the fact that there's only one of them in the world, etc., etc. That's because it lives on the blockchain technology, and that essentially means that you can't fake something, you can't hide something, and everyone knows that's what's happened and that she now has that file. The problem with that is, which, okay, I'm finding out afterwards, is the amount of electricity it is needed to update the fact that I've given something to Kanako, or Kanako's got something from me, is huge. It's like ridiculous amount of electricity is needed in order to tell everybody that I have given that file to Kanako. So there is a huge environmental impact. Now, I had absolutely no idea about that. And this is going to make a lot more sense as I come to you to explain to you how I made that video in the first place. Okay. So, the original idea was NFTs. Maybe what we could do is actually give away NFTs that is part of the figures themselves. Every time you get a figure, what we were going to do, right, is every time you get a PVC or resin, anything that you get from us, inside there would be something to allow you to redeem a NFT, a version of that statue, of that product that you can redeem for that. We would give them away, okay, and that was the point. Now, in order to figure out how to give it away, I mean, what the hell does that even mean? First of all, how do you even make an NFT? How do you even give it away? How do you transfer it? All of that sort of stuff, we had absolutely no idea. The principle was, though, every single figure comes with an NFT and we give them away. Right? That was the point. But we have no idea, or had no idea, of how to actually physically do any of that. Oh yeah, NFTs this, NFTs that. What the? Like, how do you even do it? No idea. Had absolutely no idea. So, you know what? I got someone, I won't say his name. It was Phil, right? It's funny. I said, hey Phil, like, what is NFTs? How do we make it? Go and do some research, do all of that, and let me know, how do you make one? How do you sell it? How do you transfer it? How do you do it? All of that stuff. I don't know anything about it. You tell me and you do a report for me and let me know what's supposed to happen, okay? So off he went, and he did some research. A couple of weeks later, he comes back and gives me his updates about, hey, this is how you create an NFT. This is what you do. And we said, okay, well, why don't we just make a prototype coin, right? And let's just test this out and see, how do we mint something? How do we mint something is basically creating the NFT. So I said, okay, here's this image of a prototype coin. Let's mint this and let's see what this can do and how this works and the process. I've no idea. How are we supposed to give away NFTs in every single PVC, every single resin? How can we do that if we don't even know how to do it? So the whole point of this prototype coin was just to test it out, okay? Right, so you got the point. As part of the research, as of the presentation that Phil was doing for me, this is the funniest part, right? He was going, okay, so this is here you go, Alex, I've minted it. Okay, I said, okay, well, how do you actually then subsequently, I don't know, put it for auction or give it away or something like that? He goes, well, here I am, I'm on OpenSea and all this sort of stuff. And what you do is, well, look, you click this and you click that and you click this and you click that. And then he clicked it. And I said, Phil, he said, yes. I said, you've just posted that, and it's live. He went, wait a sec. He had accidentally made that auction live by accident by showing me that it wouldn't work, but it actually did. It's like a massive snafu. He clicked on it, and it went live, and we're like, oh my god, it's gone live. And there was a date against it, which was the 19th of April that it counts down to. And I was like, Oh man. Well, you know what? And this was a month beforehand, so this was like the 19th of, I guess it was something like that. 19th of March is actually when it happened. And as a result, I went, oh well, okay. You know what? Well, if that's the case, well, why don't we just announce it that we're doing these NFTs and talk about it in a video, all that sort of stuff. So I said, all right, Dabs, the beat, go and write me up a script, okay? Ghostwriter, you go ghostwrite for me. And you know what? He did the research, and you know the green stuff. I didn't even know anything about this. The green eco stuff. I was like, as I'm reading this, because this is like the period from Phil accidentally going live, and actually now Dabs is now writing up because he wrote up the blog, he wrote up my script. I was like, green stuff? You know, what is this? I don't even know anything about why we're talking about green stuff, right? So I just read it out, and then I did a bit of research afterwards to go, okay, well, okay, something about that, about green stuff. And I didn't understand the environmental impact at all. So that all went down, and it was ready at the end of the month, and I said, it's all ready, let's launch it on the 1st. And then I said, wait a sec, actually don't do it on the 1st, because people think it's April 1st. Do it on April the 3rd, right? Do it on the April the 2nd, not the 1st, do it on the 2nd. And April the 2nd, when it went live, was actually, I went to bed, right? This is how it went down. I went to bed, and I went to bed, and I woke up. I went to bed because it was posted 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that. You can look at the time. When it was... Actually, you can't because it was deleted, right? Okay. So it was posted and all this sort of stuff. Then I wake up in the morning. It's my birthday. Happy birthday to me! And I look into the group chat, and there's like I'm talking about with my admins and Dabs. Actually, no, I look on my Skype and Dabs goes, Alex, the world's gone mad. It's all gone crazy. Sending out an SOS, right? Okay, SOS. Okay, and then go into the group, into the admin group, and I was like, okay, everyone's going absolutely mental. And he goes, right, I've just deleted it. I said, okay, so let me understand what's going on. And then I actually saw a bunch of the comments were repeated and were, oh, we're going to F4F. Screw you, all this sort of stuff. We're going to cancel this sort of stuff. All this sort of stuff. Okay, cool. And it was deleted, right? And I then posted something going, okay, guys, what happened? These are the NFTs. Tell me your thoughts. I'm trying to understand, because it was deleted and I wanted to see. So it was on my birthday. In fact, Phil was actually over here. He'd come over for my birthday, and he'd some nice food, enjoying all that sort of good stuff. And then I posted this, and I asked you guys, what the F4F do you think about NFTs? And you came back and you gave me, I left it for 4 hours because I was having some quality time with the family, enjoying my birthday cake, because I knew I was going to have to come back and go through this. So I went through all the lists, and I saw obviously the amount of vitriol that was against it, and people's concerns about green tokens and NFTs and the impact and all that sort of stuff. And you know, I found out all about that after you guys were coming back. Hey, what are NFTs? That's stupid. And we are a bunch of people that collect physical things. Why would we be interested in NFTs? It's dumb. You know, all of these comments, and I totally understand. And people focusing on the fact that I'd done a auction. And they didn't focus on the fact that actually the idea was actually about going to talk about giving away NFTs as part of the figurines themselves. So I went through all the comments, and, you know, obviously it was really clear that the community was totally against it. And that's fair enough. You know, you have your opinions, and I must listen to that. And you saw what I did afterwards. I replied to everybody along there. I said, I understand your concerns. And then I, stopped those comments. And then I said, you know what? I've been away from the community too long. And do you know what? If I was doing a Friday Q&A or a Live and Unplugged with Chocos, doesn't matter, whatever it was, and I said, hey, guys, the fuck are these NFT things about? I see it everywhere. I see the WWE are doing it, the UFC are doing it, Sega's doing it, these guys are doing it, everyone's doing it. What the hell are these? What do you guys think about it? You know, if I had done that, if I had that platform, if I had that medium that I used to use before, when you guys were just chilling with me, we were just chatting, all that sort of good stuff, you would tell me what it was. I wouldn't have to do my own research. You would tell me it was about blockchains. You would tell me that they were terrible for the world, all this sort of stuff. You would tell me it was this. You would tell me that. I'd be like, oh, well, okay, fuck. Well, you guys aren't cool with that, then cool. Next. But I don't have that medium. I didn't have that medium, that platform to ask that question. And it was really clear to me that the amount of vitriol that came out of this was, I'm pretty good judge of how things are gonna go, but some of this kind of more outside stuff really, it kind of shocked me, to be honest with you, the amount of negative feedback against it. Probably because I wasn't quite expecting the amount of anti-ness against it, okay? And it was a total misjudge by me, clearly. And it was really eye-opening to think about that I got it really, really wrong. Ooh, hold on. Put the music back on. It was that I really got it wrong. And it was a concern because I feel very happy in the idea that I'm quite knowledgeable about our customers, incredibly knowledgeable about the customers, engaging things. And to get it so wrong was quite eye-opening for me. And that's why I'm here now. So what the F4F is being born out of the fact that NFT thing was so wrong. And, you know, ultimately I'm grateful for that because I've been having a blast on the stream and I hope you guys have been enjoying just hanging out and just becoming a community again. And, you know, there's only so much that can be done with me not being away, Chuckles and I being away, not doing these weekly things. We used to do weekly streams, right? For a couple of years. And you build up a community around that and you can't ignore that. And people would meet each other that I see that go on to be friends outside of the club, go on to be, you know, all this sort of stuff. And it comes from, you know, in the club and in the streams, and it's a whole ecosystem that was missing. You know, I hired Miguel, I hired David, I hired these 4 community managers, but, you know, there is something that has to be said with being able to have and let's be clear, they've done a fantastic job handling the community and the day-to-day running the polls, running this and hanging out and answering questions, fantastic. But this, though, is clearly something that is only I can really do. And that comes with some difficulties as well, right? Let's be on the flip side. Being so close to you guys can also have a negative, where what I'll say will be taken out of context. There are hate groups against me, against F4F, because of this type of thing, right? Where we are people, you know, I get haters, and as a result, it's quite a thing to have, right? And I'm like, you know what? I should focus more on the company, and I shouldn't spend so much time on doing the community stuff and focus on the company. So that's what I did. I really focused on the company, and you know, there was a time when a guy had joined, a guy called Mark. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said the name. Anyways, he was a customer service guy who didn't last for very long because he was giving some, quite frankly, really bad advice, like glue this, and that was just like, wait a second. When I saw that, well, he didn't. Let's just say he stayed for. He certainly didn't pass his probation. He was out the door within pretty soon. And in fact, I can remember this was Brenda had just left, right? Brenda had just left, and this is like 2019 now. Brenda had left. She'd been with the company for three plus years. Brenda left. You might have known her as the CS person at the time, and Phil was there. And then we brought in a couple of guys at this time, where essentially it didn't work out. Subsequently, we got Bruno and Dipty in, who have been fantastic since then. But before, this guy was giving really bad advice, and quite frankly, absolutely incorrect. Glue it, or do this, or do that, right? And it meant that these kind of things were going out all over, and hate groups were out there and all this sort of stuff, and it's quite flattering to think that people hate me enough to create a hate group here and there and an anti-F4F group, and fair enough, you know, that's semi-flattering, but it's also quite wearing and quite a lot of pressure to always have and always to deal with. There's always this kind of, I wouldn't say love-hate relationship, but there's definitely two sides to this kind of position where I'm in, where I'm a position, obviously I'm the CEO, and it's very difficult to separate F4F from myself directly, and almost like when you have a bad experience with F4F, it's like almost like you guys take it personally, and it's like directly at me as well. Whereas look, listen, people aren't always going to have perfect experiences, but we have policies in place that essentially, where if you're not happy with your product, essentially you can, you know, either you get the choice, full refund, you know, your partial refund, a replacement, or whatever the team comes back with. And I put things in place. We moved to Zendesk to be able to see the responses, how things are going, and we have all these things that are in place that have happened since, that I've been able to concentrate on the company to make sure that things go more smoothly. That's because I wasn't doing these streams anymore. I wasn't concentrating so much on the community, but I was focusing more on the company itself. But the NFT thing really showed that I'd done a lot with developing the company in a safe way, with the development of the products, all that good stuff, right? You can see all of that happen. I mean, you can't... But the flip side is then the NFT thing, which was a huge disconnect, where I could see that people that used to really enjoy the club, over the last sort of year and a half, will slowly, over time, become more and more cynical. Maybe because it's like almost like, how do I say it? It's like a bar where the more I'm close with you guys, it raises up our closeness together, right? And as I disappear over time, so it falls down. And it drains and drains and drains till it goes down to here, right? And then it's not what it used to be. Before, we don't have the information from Alex or whatever, maybe, I understand, right? So it needed to find that kind of right balance. It can't be up here, but it can't be down here. And it was, you know, down here. And, you know, you see people, and I see him in the clubs, who's getting more and more disillusioned, where, oh, it's changed and it's not the same. And it, you know what? It's not the same. And I can explain why that's, in fact, my whole next topic is going to be about that. How long have I been going for? An hour and a half. Fuck, no, it's already 1:30. Right, okay, cool. I thought the stream was only going to be an hour. You guys happy? You guys happy with the stream? Are you enjoying it? Let me know in the comments. I want to make sure that I'm not just droning on you like, just get on with spinning the wheel, Alex. You've got one token to go. Just let me know in the comments, are you enjoying this? Twilight Moo says he's enjoying the stream. Nana says liking it. Audrey's liking it. Oh, hi Twilight Moo. I appreciate it. Hi. Chris is enjoying it. Yeah, you want to ask questions? We can come back to that later. Bud is enjoying seeing me live again. Nice one. Dog is saying, missed these. That's good. Information is good from Chris. I am all over the place. Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff to go through. The transparency is fun and it's kind of what you needed. See, this is an example of Justina. Back at it again, yeah? Let's do another 1.5, and that's my answer. You know, missed this during the Friday days. Okay. Well, don't make it too long, but still enjoying it. You know, you're right. I think 1.5 hours is probably good. This might go a little bit longer because I still got a whole other topic to talk about. Sean's liking it. I think there will be decisions are not the info I need. Hey. But, you know, to be honest with you, business decisions is more about what this stream is about, because there's always going to be more and more marketing stuff, which is about the product's actual launch. That I'm not going to get involved with, because those are there, they're pre-recorded, they're all done by the team, scripted, all that sort of stuff. This is just me raw. What the F4F is just a chat show, and that's what it's going to be, and that's what it's going to be. What's up, Khan? How you doing, mate? And, so, you know, that is trying to find the right balance between. So thank you for giving me the encouragement and enjoying this stream. I really appreciate that. And it's trying to find that, as that goes down, to try and find it in the right balance where I can concentrate on the company, but also concentrate about the community as well, and do these streams and think about the transparencies and what we can do. And hey, that's what it's all about. So, back to the NFTs. Is it going to happen anytime soon? The answer is no. Have I closed the door on it 100%? The answer is no. Am I ever going to do it? Only if the community requests it. But you now understand where I was coming from, that it was supposed to be about actually putting it within the actual launches of the actual figures themselves. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that you also understand how that went about, as in the auction. Oh, by the way, the second thing that needs to happen is the Ethereum blockchain is crazy. That's like old technology, and that's what majority of the NFTs are based on. NFTs are based on the Ethereum blockchain, which is one that uses the crazy amount of power. There are greener alternatives that are coming up where it's like 1 in 100,000th of, a lot less damaging to the environment, like by a lot. But that's my understanding. But until that's proven, I think that's a key thing that needs to happen before that it's possible for the community to accept it. So more eco NFTs, and the fact that they come with the figurines themselves. Those are some stuff that we will need to sort of see before I can see that ever happening again in the future, because you can't predict the future. So anyways, that is what I am thinking about for the NFTs. And for your reference, the prototype coin sold for 0.6 Ethereum, which is equivalent of about 1.7k US dollars, depending on the exchange rate of the day, for your reference. Right, there you go. We have one spin the wheel to do. Let's do it now before we go into the next topic. Here we go. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Now, guys, I'm really hoping that you got this, because technically could be only one left. I haven't seen the thing ping recently. I haven't seen us going over the numbers, I don't think, right? So this could be your last one. I'm really hoping that you guys get 1,000. I'm really rooting for you. Get 1,000 for your grand prize. Let's do this. Here we go. Spin, 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 spin. Fingers crossed for your last one, guys. I can't even look. It's better than nothing, right? I think maybe there needs to be something where we have to always do a final spin the wheel before we actually redeem the points. So at the end, whatever happens, there's always going to be one final spin the wheel before we actually give away the points. Right. $0.30. What the F4F is going on with resins versus PVCs? I see this all the time. All the time. Mike knows what's up. I see this all the time. Oh, F4F is a PVC company, it's a resin company, it's a both company. What's the answer here? This is a very, very interesting question. What do you guys think? What is the perception out there? What kind of company are we? Are we a PVC company, a resin company, a both company? Also, let me know, which do you prefer yourself? Do you like them both? Do you only like resin? Do you only like PVC? Let me know in the comments. I want to have a little read of that before I get into what we really are. Hey Vincent, we're based out of Hong Kong. I'm based in Hong Kong. Hey, Matthew Lopez, nice to see you. Obviously you're a resin boy, I know that. You didn't even need to tell me that. A statue company, Mac 10, could be anything. That doesn't say the materials. Toy company, they're great to give pets and kids, okay. I'm only in it for the resins, because I started with resins, okay. VV says PVCs. Team Zelda. Both, says Ronald. Resins, no PVCs for Monya. But also, don't just tell me what you prefer, but also tell me what you think we are as a company. Both, I figured that was obvious. I enjoy both. I like both. I would prefer resin for the details, but I'm guessing custom market ruined the sales. Both PVC, both company. Resin all day, every day. Both, but both is good. I like both, but your resins are gorgeous. Thank you. Resin for Derek. 1/4 anime resins for Bob. Resin company first and foremost, with some PVCs as an extra bonus that we can buy. That's what Chish says, okay? I love both. PVCs are nice for the price, but people want to buy a lineup a lot, okay? Both. I have both. I must say, I'd say both. Resins or bust. Magnati, I hope your snakes are doing well. For your resins, I like both. F4F both. I like both, okay? That's from Nick. Medium-sized potato company, says Chris. I'm T. Hey! MAD. Why is your name Duchamp Marc-Andre? Why is it the other way around? You confused me there for a second. What you do? Since when did you become DMA? Zelda for Kevin. Recently you've seen PVC. Feels like PVC company now. So it's Neffy. Hi Neffy, how you doing? PVC Nation has brought a lot of people in, which is sick, but they aren't ready for the resin game. Okay, PVC options are nice, but prefer resin, etc. Which covers split gaming. There's Matthew. It's been a long time. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, man, there's a lot of comments coming in through. Hey Neffy, yeah, thanks. Hey Jesper, I'm going to be having a Q&A right after this, so I'm just focusing on the topic. I will get too distracted. Is PVC easy to produce? Okay, it's that quality. Seems like more calories. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so let me tell you what the answer is. You know, I've seen Andre himself, I've seen this in the comments, right? Says that we are just the PVC company now, and we don't do resins anymore, and all this sort of stuff. The truth is this. We have maybe 150 items in development right now, and I would say the split is about half. It used to be 10% PVC. Now it's about half, I would say. But you won't see that coming just yet. It's coming through the pipeline, but it's about half, I would say right now. Resins. Let me tell you about resins, and then let me tell you about the PVCs, and why it's really important that we are... So you understand where I'm coming from, and why I've put the business decision of the company to be in that way. Okay. So... I'm not going to talk to you about what you prefer. Do you prefer resins? Do you prefer PVCs? I'm not going to talk about that. That's obvious. You have your own preferences. They all have their own pros and they have their own cons. Resins, more fragile, more expensive, more heavy, more limited, more refined, more weight. You know, that's that. PVCs, cheaper. I just said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm talking about it anyways. Cheaper. Great detail, but not going to be as the refinement that you can get with a resin. More accessible because it's of the price point, volume, but the biggest issue is production, and the biggest problem that I have with production is the biggest reason about what it means for us as a company and what resins mean and what PVCs mean. Oh, F4F did resins back in the day. You started as a resin company and now you've forgotten your resin roots. Oh, it's so different now. You don't even do resins anymore. These are the things I see all the time, right? But why is that? Are we different? The answer is, it's completely different. Where First 2 Figures was in 2004 when I started it, and now, it's completely different. You're right, it's not the same. And it can't be the same. Production is not the same. You can't just consider, oh, resin is resin and PVC is PVC. But for us as a producer, it is a huge mistake to only do one thing and to only do it as a high percentage, right? It's essentially most of your eggs in one basket is never a good idea. And for me, the ultimate goal is to have a three-way pillar of where you have resins, PVCs, and we'll call them gifted novelty, including plush and all that sort of stuff, as a third thing that will give us a stability that you'll never get with just focusing on resins or just focusing on PVCs or just focusing on one of the other things, right? It's not about development, actually. It's not about development. It's about production. Production is a bigger problem than development. Because actually, resins is easier to develop than it is for production. You can't just rest on your laurels and remember that, oh, it was a PVC company at the beginning and that's all you do. We are so fortunate to be in a position where we don't have to just rely on resins. Resins is the entry level. Resins is the easiest thing to do if you are a company that just wants to start making figurines, right? Resin is the only thing that you can do without huge amounts of investment and capital done for entering into the marketplace, right? Resins is the lowest barriers to entry, and you can see that really, really clearly. You can see that in the last 5 years, right? In the last 5 years, let's say the last 3 years, you tell me, how many custom companies have you seen out there, right? That don't bother getting licenses, they just create whatever they want and just put it up for pre-order, okay? How many people, not just custom companies, but also new companies that are out there that are creating statues? It is so easy now to create statues because of 3D technology, easy to find factories in China to mass produce it, all that sort of stuff, right? That is really super easy to do now, that the barriers to entry are so low that there is so much choice now and so much competition, not just for forget about your bucks, right? I'm not talking about the demand, right? I'm talking about there's so much demand for production, for factories. There's so much demand for factories that it is a absolute challenge compared to 3 years ago of getting stuff produced in China. That's the reality. I'm not talking about the fact that you guys will be distracted by buying different things from all these different choices, and I understand that, right? That's not a problem. I'm talking about getting the space in a factory. Not only getting the space in the factory, but the price points, because you have new companies that have joined. They have no established history. They want to have the best piece and they will pay double the price to the factories, right? Maybe they'll do that because they've got to make sure that the quality is number one. And I understand that. I mean, listen, I totally understand that. But what they do is therefore push the price up overall. And that's why you see statue prices that is raised for all the statue producers over time, is because the demand for statue factories has gone through the roof. And it's not just the custom factories, the people who are making customs, and it's not just the new Western companies, right, that you see making stuff. It's also the rise of the Chinese companies, which never really was there before. But now there are tons and tons of Chinese companies that focus on the China market, of which the factories themselves now have a whole bunch of new customers that they can essentially go, all right, you know what? If you want a space for your figure, well, now the price is double. Because if you don't want it, somebody else is going to have it. And you're left with having to deal with that. And you're left having to now have a figurine that costs a lot more than what it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You guys are going to be, prepare yourselves for Shadow. He's coming. He's going to be a lot more than Silver was. Because it's been 3 years. And the price points, even though they're the same-ish sort of size, it's far more expensive now. That's the reality. And I have to deal with that. Working to consider Never thought about having your own factories. Never thought about doing it. That is a whole nother level. That it is not. That first of all, I've not even been in China for the last year and a bit. The borders have been closed. So can you imagine trying to run a factory remotely? First of all, that's so no. It's never been on our mind to do that because we have too much product to do at scale. That having one factory wouldn't be enough, and that's a whole nother investment that I don't want to do. How does 3D printing compare to normal resins? No comparison. It's far more expensive to 3D print. To have the quality of the finish, etc., at the price, it'll be much more. Anyways, so it's about the challenges of production. So many people have come in for the last 3 years that has pushed it up for everybody, and that's why the price is going on. And I don't feel that I want to. So that's my concern about making these figurines. That 1/4 resins, for me, they're dead. If I have a choice, I wouldn't make that again because it's just going to keep pushing the price up and up and up and up. And that's why new figurines of new licenses is 1/6. If it was something that has already have an established line, okay, then you know what, of course we'll stay with 1/4, right? So Cowboy Bebop, we've got Ed and Nine coming, etc., etc. Of course, I'm not all of a sudden going to produce a 1/6 scale of Ed and Nine. You know, obviously, but, you know, don't be surprised that Ed and Nine's prices are higher than Spike was, which was 2 years ago, because times have changed. And that is essentially been the difficulty, the huge difficulty that I've been facing over the last 2 years, and why I've had to, at the 3D stage, pivot towards also having a much bigger balance of resins versus PVCs, so that we have so that I can deal with it. It's about being smart with the launches that we do. It sounds like the gap in the market for new factories, but you know, this sort of stuff is not stuff that happens overnight. This always is a huge time lag between these different things. And what else is there to consider? Okay, well, one thing is the fact there's new players in the market. The second thing is people's wages in China has increased ginormously in the labor market. Go and look it up, do your own research and see what was the labor pricing 5 years ago versus now, 3 years ago versus now. You can do your own research, you'll find it's going one way. The exchange rate between the US dollar and the renminbi used to be fixed at 8 point something back when I was doing this 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I don't know how long it's been now, but that's only gone one way as well, which makes it more and more expensive to produce it as well. The cost of raw materials, go look at the price of oil, because everything's shut down because of COVID. It's had a knock-on effect, and the prices of barrels of oil has gone up, and resin is a derivative of that. Do your own research. You'll see that why the prices have gone up, and all that makes me very nervous about the amount of resins there are. I get what you're saying. It's beautiful. I get all of that, and I totally agree with you as well. But these are the realities that I am facing, that if we go ahead and... It's not to say that we're not making them. Of course we're not. I told you we're making 150 products, but I'm trying to aim for the company to do it at about 50-50. And also, something else that I want to do more and more of is what we did with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is having an ST and an EX in purely PVC, and also having a more complicated resin base for the DE. I think it worked out really, really well for Blue Eyes, and that's something that you'll see a lot more coming from us as a company. It's almost like the best of both worlds, at least that's what I feel. And look at the price point for that. If that was purely in resin, it would be a lot higher. And the whole thing looks great as the composition for the DE. That's what I thought for Blue Eyes White Dragon. I hope you can sort of understand the challenges for production for resins and what we have to face. Okay, now next thing. Let's talk about PVCs. What's the difference between PVCs? PVCs, actually, you know what, the development of PVCs is actually longer because you actually have to take time to make the molds. But once you've made the molds, it is so much easy. Okay, so the other thing about resins that I forgot to mention is that it is so difficult to make. Not only is it difficult to book it and the price is more expensive, but they also, I mean, it's not more difficult than normal, but it always inherently, as a medium, it's always been challenging when you compare it to resins, compare it to PVCs. It's all hand painted, it's only ready when it's ready. And it's very, very hard to gauge when you think it's going to be out the factory. And we live and breathe as a company, not on pre-orders, but on delivering the product, right? Pre-orders is nothing. The money is only gotten, of course, when you deliver the product. That's when you take the final balance, right? it is really, really difficult to sit through production meetings. And as I sit through the production meetings, I come back to Miniako as an example, right? Where it's been pushed back and it gets pushed back and it gets pushed back because the factory hasn't been good, or we have to move it because the factory isn't delivering, or because the factory's got other clients that have taken our place because they've shouted louder, or whatever it may be. These are some of the examples that is super, super, super frustrating for me as a producer, that these factories are able to just simply delay stuff, and we can't really do very much about it. Now, I'm looking to hire somebody who's literally going to be like living on their doorstep and like making sure that they are there every day. And I'm working on it. I'm trying to solve this problem. It's clearly a problem. I won't go into it too much details until I actually hopefully solve it in the future, but it involves, it's difficult to solve something like that, because I get frustrated as hell as I sit through a production meeting and it gets pushed back, it gets pushed back, and it gets pushed back. I'm just like, oh my god, this is so annoying with resin figures, because they're all hand painted, all that sort of stuff, right? And I've not been able to go to China, right? I've been fortunate that we have QC people there, and the first thing they closed the borders in January last year. After Chinese New Year of January of 2020, we've not been in China. None of the team has been able to go to China. Not Charles, the production manager, who's based in Hong Kong, has been able to go to China, none of that sort of stuff. So we've been fortunate that we had a policy, and we had a team members in place where we had a China production manager who's more in charge of the QA, he's more QC guy, and he's head of QC, and he has QC guys below him. That we strap them all with GoPros, so at the end of they're actually filming it all and then uploading them, and that's how we've been doing it, and reviewing the files from the GoPros when we need to. It's just an example of being fortunate to have that in place, but also some of the challenges from COVID of what we've had to do with. But if things getting pushed back makes it incredibly difficult for us to predict when something is going to be finished. And if we can't predict when something's going to be finished, how am I supposed to deal with the pressures of paying people's wages or development costs, all this sort of stuff, if we can't plan stuff? Now, obviously, we plan for it to be unpredictable, but it's also frustrating when we have the plan and it keeps getting pushed back. So there is an inherent risk, if you're purely resin, that things get like this and it has a massive knock-on effect. I hope you can understand that, right? Let's talk about PVCs. PVCs has a huge barrier to entry. The mold costs, assuming you're not doing a roto mold where it's like one of those art vinyl stuff where it's a lot lower, the mold costs a lot less. It's a different type of mold. Injection PVC steel molds, if you can get one done for less than 50,000, you're lucky. Like some of our stuff that we got coming up, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 just to create the molds. That's a lot of money when you're considering that you have to pay that before you even inject something to start the production process. You then have to pay the unit cost on top of that. Now the unit cost is a lot less, but you have to hit, let's say for example, it's $70,000 to make the, I'll just take some random numbers, okay, here we go. Let's say it's $70,000 to make the mold cost, and let's say it's $40 to make the figure. Okay, we'll just make that for example. Let's say you sell one. The cost of making that is $70,040. So this is called amortization of the mold costs. You have to divide that piece. You have to divide that mold cost across the number of pieces that you make. Now, of course, if that's 2, keep a note of it. That's 2 that I owe you. That makes it, of course, if you sell 10,000, then of course the mold cost comes down a lot. If you sell 1,000, the mold cost is much higher. It's all completely dependent on the demand versus the number of pieces that you actually think you're going to sell, and that is why PVCs is always something that is, inherently it comes with a huge risk, because you can invest and actually not get the orders through that you need to make it viable. And as a result, with a huger risk, it means that less people that don't have the capital, I'm talking about new companies that don't have the capital to invest in this, are not going to start with PVCs. because it's so much more of a risk that ultimately they can't sell it or whatever it is. Essentially that's going to cut a lot of... It's certainly going to stop a lot of those fake companies that aren't making customs, that don't have licenses, because you certainly can't sell unlicensed merchandise to the Best Buys, the Hot Topics of this world, etc., etc. You can't do that. And that's what you need to have the volume. And I hope that makes sense about the resin, about the PVCs being much, much more expensive, and to get to the point that you can start the process. It also means that it's really difficult to oh man, it's been 2 hours. I need to wrap this up. Let me think about this. Articulate myself. But production is bliss when you compare it to resin. It is absolute bliss. We're going to start now, and it's going to be out in the next 2 months. And like clockwork, off you go. And so it happens. And that is the fundamental difference. Why are we not a PVC company only? Why are we not a resin company only? It's because it's managing risk. And it's the best of both worlds, of catering to both sides and doing it in a way that can be, just basically managing risk. And that, as a business owner, is my sole priority, to manage risk. And now I hope you can better understand about what are the F4F is going on with resins versus PVCs. And that's it. I hope you can understand now. Understand why we're doing this and the challenges that we face. And it's not the same as it was 3 years ago. You're right, it's not the same. We're a company of 70 people now, and I need to be able to be sure about cash flow. I need to be making sure that we are doing it in a clever and safe way. Just promise you won't become one of the fun pop. Listen, hey, they all have their purposes, all that good stuff. So, look, MAD is saying that the amount of launches that we're having, it's a lot of resins, but yeah. And let's be clear about something. Another thing that's different is, we used to be really, you've changed F4F. You used to listen to everything. You used to listen to the community and make the changes. You know what? That killed us even more. It was all very well and good going, yeah, you know what? Well, let's make some changes. And you're right. The comments that was there, usually, they made sense. And accommodating those, though, you just don't understand the knock-on effect that had. Making a change, resculpting something from pre-order adds 6 months, and let's say that you had reserved some time with the factory to go into production, but then all of a sudden we've had to delay it because we've had to make some changes. That's even more of a problem. And what you notice now is we don't make any changes anymore. And we don't go back and change it because I need to deal with the production. But there's more of the reason for that. There's a much bigger reason for that. The reason why I'm so less accommodating with comments and changes, and I essentially just don't do them anymore, ever again, is because before it was myself who was the creative director, right? 2 years ago, everything that you saw, I was a creative director, and it was my call. And obviously, I didn't make the right calls on some of the times, and that's why I'm like, there are some comments that needed to be changed, and I agreed with that. I didn't spot, and we could have made the improvements, and so that's what happened. And we would make the changes, and that's what happened. And I would listen, no more, because it really affected pushing things back. But the biggest difference is that I've hired a crack hot team of senior artists that are far better than I am. Right? We have Stephen, Tool, AP, and MAD, right? These 4 guys, these guys have done that for me. It's their job to spot the accuracy mistakes, spot the anatomy mistakes, spot any kind of mistakes, have their opinion, weekly meetings, twice a week, that they're all together, they're chatting away, and they're constantly improving stuff. And I would give them something that I did myself, and like Faye, for example, right? They took that and turned what I originally made, and I was like, yeah, here you go, it's done. And they went, no, it's not. And made it into such a beautiful piece. That's an example, and they've just done that the entire time. The entirety has been improvement upon improvement upon improvement, and they're doing such a fantastic job. But as a result, it means that when we launch something, I'm not expecting to make any changes, and I'm not going to make any changes because they have done their work and they've done a fantastic job. And that is why I'm not receptive to making changes that I used to be receptive before. It's because inherently I wasn't good enough. I'm not an artist. I never was, but I was the creative director and the only one who was doing it beforehand. But that's all changed now. Do they play the games and watch the anime with the statues from? That's a great question. First of all, MAD joined the group, joined the team to be literally the accuracy check. So it's his role to play and deep dive on absolutely everything. Of course, most the others also have an inherent understanding of these things as well. But in terms of accuracy, go and find MAD. That's him. That's his complete role, to making sure that it's accurate to the source material, to make sure that the scenes make sense, all that good stuff. Hey, VV, I saw your question about that, but listen, your comments, it doesn't mean that I have to, like, that they're taken on board. Your just comment doesn't take anything into account, like the cost implication, the licensor implication, anything. You can't just go, oh, here's one thing and I've just said it and that's it. Like it's going to be done like that. It doesn't work like that. It's way too presumptuous to say, oh, because you put a comment in the club that, maybe I saw it, maybe I didn't see it, that it's going to be taken and done. It doesn't work like that either. There's too much stuff that you just can't know that's behind the scenes that I can't outward say or anything like that I hope you can understand where we're coming from, that you can't just, oh, someone's put something in the club and therefore that's what we're going something like that. Okay. Right. How many... Is it 2 or 3? How many have we got for the spins? Because I think we're pretty much there. Let's see... and then we're going to do the... I think I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. But let's give it a couple of minutes Q&A. Hit me some questions. Two spins. 2 or 3? It's 2 or 3. You've got some different... MAD's got some pressure. 5? Come on, Derek. 3. So, Holly, I gave a mini Aku update, and that's basically should be... Well, if I can go to China and strangle the people... I'm only going to answer stuff that I can... In terms of what's coming up, I'll only give some stuff that I feel relatively confident about telling about, because, as I said, for all the points about giving specific information on things that is too far away, I'm not going to do that. So I can give you an Ica update. That is literally last stretch, and definitely in the next few months will be going up for pre-order. MGS, well, we had something that I've had to push back. Unfortunately, didn't something go according to plan. Alessio, I'm not going to go through any of that sort of stuff I told you. Not going to talk about anything to do with the Nintendo stuff. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. That's just going to drop when it's dropped, because I'm not doing that and giving you any information on anything that's too far away or not confirmed at this stage. So Shiranui PVC asks Lauren. Yeah, that's being made. The molds are being made for that. In fact, the molds are already being made. The favorite recipe that you can cook? That's a great question, Chandler. Not sure. Chicken a la Alex. Yeah, it's very good. Bit of ketchup on it. I know you can't give names to any Dark Soul products. Yeah, absolutely. Got some cool stuff in there. Berserker Guts is getting a PVC and a resin. Yes, it is, says Sean. Yep. HLC, yeah, that's about right for Crystal Dragon. I can say that the guns are... For Bud, I can say that the guns are further down the line and should be pretty soon. We don't talk about that, MAD. Of course we don't. We keep that on the down low. Hey, James. Thanks for joining. There's only a few more moments before... Oh, you actually joined at the right time, because we're going to be doing the the reward points pretty soon. How's Dracula coming? Almost done for that. Taki and Nightmare are not coming back in stock. I'm absolutely not talking about any licenses at all. I've told you, not. The last thing I would do is talk about any of that sort of stuff. Berserk PVC, the physical of the first one is out, and we're working on making the molds of that. Is Kirby PVC? Ollie's asking. Is it estimate? It's just an estimate. But as I said, with PVCs, they're usually quite straightforward. Hey David, that's a great question. So I could talk about My Hero. That is a lot of stuff in the pipeline that's coming up pretty soon. That. So we talked about Oki getting a resin. Yeah, so probably I think initial estimates is sometime maybe Christmas next year. I think probably like about that. So I talked about Berserk already. Ami DD, is that Domain Retribution? Yep, that's deep in production right now. What do you do at the end? What do you do at the end? Says Dog. At the end, Dog Trainer. What do I do at the end of the day to relax? Do I relax? You know, play some games. What have I been playing recently? Been playing It Takes Two with Harvey. Been really enjoying that. And I've been helping out Harvey on Genshin Impact because he started playing it, and he said, "Okay, Daddy, come and play. Help me." And I was like, "Okay, I'll help you." Then how do I play with you? He goes, "Oh, you've got to level up to level 16." I said, "Hell no! You level me up to level 16, and then I can join your." So he had to like do 2 accounts, and then he said, "Daddy, I've done it. Come and play with me." I said, "Okay." So I did that. Any more streams planned for the future? Let me know in the comments. Is this something that you guys have been enjoying? Shall I come and do it again? VV, you can read between the lines. Nana says, I want to thank you for the stream and the honest and transparent explanations that you've given here today. It's clear to see your frustrations with things going on. I appreciate it, and I hope the F4F fam is good as a whole. Does too. Thanks guys. I really appreciate that. Troy asks, what's the time frame for the champions for you? 1, 2, or 3 years to all pre-orders out? I would say that we took Rivali's pre-order. Let's just say that we've considered it very carefully, and it certainly won't be 3 years. I want to give you specifics, but we've been very careful about how we're launching these things. Any chances of IP like Ratchet and Clank? Gaming Heads is doing that. And I already did, when I was working there, I already did a Ratchet and Clank, as much as I enjoyed it. Card holders. Dark Magician is coming along really well. That's physically going to be, I think, in the next few months, I think, for a pre-order for that. Kiryu, no pre-orders just yet. That's Adam Foley, right? No, still, that's been a bit challenging. I don't want to go into too much detail on that. Any plans for Fortnite? Figures. That's a great question. You know, Harvey's been playing Fortnite and he's absolutely amazing at it. And I really want to. I played with him. He just smokes me every single time. I would love to actually do a Fortnite stream with him playing, just like a children, not a what the F4F, but just maybe with Harvey to see if you guys can take him on, because he's absolutely amazing. I'm absolutely shocked. Kill him, get points, kind of thing. Skull Knight is Daniel asked about Skull Knight. That's going to be that's physically in the production stage, and they are going through the pre-production samples, and it's going through that. Is Diecast Minis as part of the pillar of the third pillar? Yep, that's part of the gift and novelty and plushes and that sort of stuff. Yep. Do you account for expectations like all 4 champions? You mentioned you're more experimental and try out one. How do you account for expectations like all? I'm not sure about your question, Andreas. I mean, yeah, you can't do one and not do them all for that. Ali C, hey man, thanks. He's card holders. You know, I need to get that sorted out. You're absolutely right. Have you guys been playing Pokemon Snap? Let me know in the comments. I had a chance to have a go on that. Oh, there's a lot of questions. So yes, Jesper, the PVC Berserker is answering. Sorry, man. Oh, man, there's so many questions here. Charizard statue production is deep in development. It's coming along nicely. Better see you here next month. So you guys, how about your dog? Let me see. Bella, Bella, come here. Bella, come here. Come here. Come and say hi. Come here, shake hands. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. Hey. Come here, shake hands. Quickly. Come on. Quick, I want to go to bed. Come and say hello. Come on. 2 a.m. Come here. Stop. You want. Stop. No, come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. This is my Bella. Say hello, Bella. Say hello. Say hello. Hi, everyone. Hi. Look at this smoochy coochie face. He's a good girl. Nice. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. Daddy give you treats later on, okay? Just wait for the stream to finish, okay? I just need to give them 2 more spin the wheels, okay? And then take away some points from them. Say hello, Mew. Easy. Mew. Say hello, Mew. Mew. Oh, so cuties. Wow, so many comments. The stream just got 10,000 times better. No offense, Alex. Oh man, King of the Ring. That's a good point, Anase. We need to get that sorted out. By the way, so let's just say these kind of streams, if you've enjoyed them, this is really an example of some transparency stuff, answering some questions here and there, and it's really something that, you know, Dabs did the mini Q&As, but it wasn't quite. Well, I feel like it wasn't quite. It was good and it served its purpose, but I think sort of something like this, if I'm doing it, I can be much more rapid fire. And I've already spoken to Dabs that we want to do something. I've got something planned for him that's going to replace those mini Q&As from him. That hopefully is going to be something that you don't want to miss. So we've been having some conversations about that. Justin says, Xiao. That cat is absolutely hiding. Mew is hiding the Berserker stuff. Yeah, so I already said, Tasty Toasty, that it was the Divine DD is coming. It's, I think in a few months it'll be starting to go out the factory. Okay, so 2 more spins, is that right? 2 more spins, then I'm going to let's do the spins then. Here we go. Should be 2. Good luck, guys. Is it going to be 1,000 on the last one, or this penultimate one? You're going to get a pity spin? Blow you a kiss and spin again. Alright, that doesn't count as a spin, so you still got 2. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I think I've just woken up all the kids, right? I've got 4 kids. Kanaka's just gone to bed. Holy smokes! I can't believe it! Oh my god! Mind blown. Mind blown. That is disgusting. I feel sick to my stomach. Absolutely sick to my stomach. You guys be careful what you wish for. You've got another spin, but you know what that means, right? You could get the grand booby prize, which is halved. But still, even then, but bloody hell. I cannot believe it. Yeah, you just call it. Sorry. You gotta go for it. Holy smoke. I cannot believe you got the grand prize. Unbelievable. That is some craziness. That is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Well done, guys. Well done. Alright then, one more. Let's do this. Can you imagine you hit it twice? Can you imagine it? Good luck, guys. Spin, 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 spin. Can't believe it. Surely not. Don't do this to me. Hey, can anybody figure out what's 1030 divided by 2? Because that's probably going to get the booby prize, please. Booby prize. I can't afford to give you this. Please. Please. Don't do this to me. Please. I mean, you know, minus 20 points is fine, but, you know. Oh my god, 10-10. 10-10. Whoa, I'm stunned. Bloody hell, I'm in shock. Honestly, I'm in shock. Absolutely in shock. There was me thinking I was going to have to give you a pity spin. I don't think you guys want a pity spin because you've... I am stunned. Now, for those who don't know how to redeem these points, please, you guys are going to need to figure that out by going into your account on firstofigures.com, account, redeem points. I don't even remember. It's been so long. I don't even remember how to set these points up. And I'm worried. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. 1010. I'm in shock. I'm absolutely in shock. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set this up. So take the time to figure out to get that ready. I hope the website doesn't crash, to be honest with you. Oh, stunned. Shocked. It's a huge big oof for me, Ashley. I can't believe it. It's big oof. Thanks, Chris. You think I'm the best. I've just been a pain. Hey man, full circle. We're back to Fly With Me. The first stream. That means we've been going for 2 hours and 2 minutes. Is that right? That can't be right. Oh yeah, because I paused it for a bit, didn't I? When I was talking about NFTs. Because you guys were loving about the NFTs. Still, I can't believe you guys got the grand prize. I was doing so well. I was hoping for minus points, to be honest with you. Right, how do I do this? I've forgotten how to do this. And make sure you guys find it. There's a 4-minute window, and it's on the stream. No messing about, none of this afterwards. Okay, report, where is it? Reward points. Manage coupon code. Now what do? I need to add a reward point coupon. Title is, for everybody here, the title is What the F4F 1100, What the F4F Season 1 episode 1. Points. Absolutely redonkulous. Absolutely bonkers. Point balance. How do I do this? I've forgotten how to do this. Jesus Christ. Use auto generation. Is that what you gotta do? No. It's just one here. Point balance is 1010. It's disgusting. Number of uses per code. Well, I'll just put it at like, because it's only 3 minutes, so I'll just put something like, I don't know, 2,000, right? Number of uses per customer is 1. I don't want to accidentally. I've done it once before where one person can use it 2,000 times instead of the other way around. So 2,000 uses of the code, 1 use per customer, 1,010 points. Unbelievable, right? Now, okay, the points. The points don't expire. Okay, fine. Save and continue. Okay, I think that's right. Oh. Let's see. Coupon code manager. Okay. Right. I can. Okay, let me see. So, coupon quantity is just 1. Coupon length is 5. Okay, we're gonna be. What? Okay, no points. Okay, let's generate that. Is that correct? God, it's been so long since I've done this. Okay. Now I need to copy that. By the way, I feel like I've missed it. I think I just want to quickly go to the toilet. I couldn't take the pressure anymore. Oh man, I need to go to the toilet. When you gotta go, you gotta go. And I was feeling the pressure. Still can't believe it. Right, I've got. Yes, I did wash my hands. Thanks, John. Yes, I washed my hands. You can see. Look, it's all wet still. Right. It's got a little cry over those points. It's understandable. It's official. He shat himself when he hit the brand price. Right, here we go. You guys have got 4 minutes to redeem this. Let me put the code in. This is like business time now, okay? Pay attention. Okay. Now, let me figure this out. Make sure I'm doing this correctly. It should be the code. 4 p.m. Now that's the time. Okay, that's fine. It's this one over here. All right. Get ready. It's a 4-minute countdown code. It's going to be a counter. In 3, 2, 1. Boom. Oops. What the hell? Hold on. Where did my countdown go? For God's sake. My countdown! You're getting extra free time. There you go. Jesus Christ.
It's been a while, but I'm coming out of
WTF4F -LD P926 for 1,010 points. Snag that. Don't snooze and lose. 49 people have already redeemed it. Honestly, guys. It's only been 30 seconds. Are you serious right now? Man, you guys are ready. Let me refresh. Pump up the music. 123! God, that's a lot of money I'm giving away there. Yeah, you're redeeming it, snagging it, love it. Enjoy, guys. Thank you so much for joining, honestly. I've been coming to the end, but I've had such a blast. I really appreciate you guys. And thanks for helping each other, guys, giving the cut and paste. It's been a while. It's been a while. Out of my shell. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go.
I will fall in love with someone just like you. Ain't nobody here.
Let's see how many people.
I hear you calling out. I hear you calling out.
218. There's not even 280 people on the stream.
But I hear you calling out. I hear you calling out for love. And I hear you cool.
I hear you cool.
And I hear you cool. I hear you cool.
You're welcome, guys. Enjoy the points. Honestly, you guys deserve it. Such a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Honestly, let's bring that community back. Let's see how many now. 296. There's not 300 people on the stream. There's a secret chat group in Facebook Messenger where it's like they put any chats in there. You don't know how to speak at all in there, and I'm probably in there. They're gonna be like, "What the hell? Where did these 1,000 points come from?" And say, "Oh, you have to have been there." Rinse Alex for the grand prize. I can't believe it. Mind blown. Thanks, Sam. I really enjoyed the music. I curated that. Mate, it's not pure rumors. I'm actually in it. I got invited into it. And it's funny because there's someone who hates me in there, right? That he goes, "Oh," and I blocked him or whatever. Because if you join this group, that person will see, like, he's also in that group. Here we go. 30 seconds. $336 so far. Here we go. Getting ready to delete it from. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you snooze, you lose. Let me see how many people before I delete it. 345. Gone, just like that. Man, Joe Wall, that's some old school rat race. Wasn't it? Was it called the rat race? Is it clockwise you're talking about? You mean clockwise? DMX, yo. RIP. Honestly, stream is pretty much done. I want to say thank you so much. It's a little bit longer than I expected. I hope you enjoyed your time with me. I really enjoyed my time with you. I hope that this could be the start of a regular thing, if you guys enjoyed it. I feel that community has been missing in a way that these kind of things can at least bring us all together Or is it that you want me to keep doing these streams because you want those 1,000 points? I think what I should do is maybe every time I do one of these, we completely change up the board. There could be different things that we do. I don't know. Let me know what you think. You guys are liking it? Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you get episode 2. I feel like, you know, if you guys are up for it, I'm definitely up for it. You know, I feel the love from you guys, and I really appreciate that. I mean, who knows? It's been such a long time since I've done one of these. I don't know if there was and I haven't got my boy Chops with me. It's gonna be a little bit. I was nervous for sure, and I felt I went through some challenging things. I gave some stuff to you, but I've had a lot of fun with you guys as well. So I hope you guys feel the same. Hey, Alex, that's great. I was hoping for good vibes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, Michael, I would put more F4Fs in the background if I thought this was a regular thing. And maybe, you know? Thanks, Julio Sanchez, like the page. What was the count? 345 in the end? 345 people got 1,000 points going. What the? Bring Hudat to episode 2. I wonder how I can do that. Andrea says we start with 100 and make it only double or half a wheel. Ooh, be interesting. There could be some serious things there. Can you imagine if I can't remember what was the biggest points I gave away for Sekiro. Can anyone remember that? For Let's Play Search, there was some crazy points given out. The amount of deaths when you guys were like, the game is called Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, but you made me bloody pay points every time I die, despite the fact that you're supposed to die twice. Hey Ashley. Chris Hildebrand Jr., you know, that's an old familiar face, so thank you so much for your support over the years. Thank you so much. 604, man, so 1,100 is like 1,010 is like next level numbers. Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about Let's Play searches. I would love to do something like that as well. Now I've got the whole stream set up, and when I'm playing, every time I play, I kind of think to myself, you know what, it would be cool to, you know. Honestly, you're almost at plat. Alex fighting the headless. Nice. Exarine. Returnal. I've not tried it yet. Okay, guys. Much love. Much appreciated. Honestly, one more time. Thank you so much. It has been the 3rd of May, 2021. It's now 2:38 a.m. This has been What the F4F Season 1, Episode 1. You guys have been phenomenal. And I really appreciate the good energy that you've given me. As I said, I was a little bit concerned beforehand. I really appreciate the love. Thank you so much for being here, and I definitely look forward to doing it again if you'll have me. Once again, I'll see you in the club. F4F is love, and F4F is life. I'll see you in the next one. Peace! I know you guys are hiding, hanging around thinking I might slip you another few hundred points when no one else is looking, right? I know what you're thinking. This isn't a Marvel like film where there's some post-scene credits, right? Or some post-scene points. You know that. I wouldn't be crazy to do that, right? You know me, I wouldn't do that. Now, if anybody put in cheeky points with a dash, into their account in the next 3 minutes, you get a bonus 100. But shh, don't tell anybody else. Shh. Our secret. They should never have left. Everyone knows there's a post-seed credits. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Don't tell anybody else. Cheeky points, one word with a dash. With a hyphen, a dash or a hyphen. Cheeky points with a dash, you get a cheeky 100 points. You've got another 2 minutes to redeem it, but don't tell anybody else. It's a little secret. Shh. CHEEKYPOINTS dash. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Shh. Let's see how many people were smart enough to stay. So far 39 was smart. That's some clever stuff right there. Some clever stuff right there. Everyone knows you stay till the lights come on in the cinema. That's a schoolboy error, honestly, to leave so early, to be honest. What a mistake to leave so early. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. It's gonna be finished in another 30 seconds, but shh. Remember to keep it on the DL. Just another 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see how many people were cheeky enough to redeem it. Redeem the cheeky codes, the cheeky points. 88! Nice. Well done, you cheekies. You just redeemed 88 people. Was smart, knows what's up. Some cheeky points there. And now it is time for me to go to bed. Thanks again, guys. Much love. F4F is love, and F4F is life, and I will see you on the next one.